basically I had a midlife crisis and burnt everything to the ground to build it back up. All right, we're actually doing this. I didn't expect for this count to turn into anything, really. It was just meant for me to remind myself on a daily that I was working towards something, keeping my mind on the prize. I get so many questions. It's crazy. I haven't told anybody. Literally nobody knows what it's all about, like the specifics. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more here in this video. So just to give you a little bit of a backstory, beginning of the year was kind of rough. Just a lot of stuff, one right after the other, just not going my way, my team's way. I've made a lot of content and I've always hated solo content. It is the worst. But yeah, so we had I had a bunch of stuff happen personally. You know, shit happens, but it just kind of reset my mind frame. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep going with business because everything that was going down was business related, and I didn't know what I was going to do. For those of you that don't know me, I'm sure most people that see this are going to be people that actually know me. So I own Brandermind, which is a marketing agency. We do websites, SEO, social media, design. I've been a graphic designer doing stuff freelance and the agency since 2005. Been doing that a minute. But when everything came down, I had to sit back and kind of reevaluate myself. What was I doing everything possible to reach the goals that I had before? Were the goals that I had before even goals that were worth it? Well, you know, was everything worth it? Everything that was going on. You know, ultimately I sat back and I said, you know, I've put too much work, both Brandermind and Roto Heat, which, you know, gives fantasy football advice. Great team over there. Made some really, really good friends in that community. But both of them I just felt like I was running in quicksand for the past couple years. You know, both had really launched, grew real fast, and then we kind of got into a stagnant spot where it just felt like the same thing over and over, nothing going the exact way that we wanted it to, you know, as a team on both teams. So I had to really reevaluate what we were doing and how we were going to do it going forward. Well, first it started with, you know, everybody that knows me knows I'm a big collector. You can see some of the stuff behind me, but you know, that was a distraction for me that needed to go. I was spending a lot of time searching for the different collectibles. That was the first thing that I said, okay, that's got to go. Too much attention. You know, obviously that's also money that could be invested into the business. So I sold a bunch of stuff before I started the count, and have taken my attention and reapplied it to where that needed to go. The next question that I had was, is Brandermind going to keep going? Is Roto Heat going to keep going? Ultimately, Brandermind is the one that pays the bills. And when I honestly evaluated the way we were doing business and really started learning, because here was kind of my problem. I've been doing this stuff since 2005. So much has changed, but at some point I wasn't keeping up enough with all the advancements and everything. So over the past 99 days, I have been studying harder than I've ever studied. I've been learning a lot of new skills. The team is learning a lot of new skills at Brandermind, and we are completely changing the way that we do business. Everything is literally, we stripped it down to the bare bones, and we are building it back up piece by piece, making sure that we have processes in place. We haven't really had processes. I'm a creative. I am messy. I am not organized. And I've never processed out my services. So every time it came in, it was a unique project. They were all just different. The way to get from A to Z was completely different, which is not scalable. So, the first few years we were growing rapidly. And then we kind of hit a wall because our packages weren't, they just weren't set up right for scale. Obviously, in service business, you have to have enough people to supply the clients that you get, and you got to make sure that your services are, very valuable to them so that they keep going. So we were just in the circle of, we would bring on clients. We didn't have a lot of recurring services that we were selling. It was mostly just websites. And then we had, we were doing digital advertising, Google ads, which unless you have really, really big accounts, most of the money goes to Google. So we just kind of hit a wall, and then, slowly dropped in revenue a little bit, and then got stuck there for a little bit, and extremely frustrating as it was. And then, the lawsuit with the landlord from my old office in Fort Wayne, I still have no idea how we lost that battle in court, but that was the first thing. And then there was like 3 more things just like back to back all at the same time. I wasn't even done. When it all was said and done, it was a really expensive experience. One of them I can't even talk about. I had to sign a NDA. Wasn't like anything terrible or anything. The wrong image got used. So paid it. It was rough though. So now, here we are. It's the future. We've been making these changes. We're 99 days in. And I think this is what I want to start doing for this personal stuff. Following the journey from now until we start hitting these goals. More so on this channel, just talking about what we're doing. When this mind shift happened, I basically set the new goal. Everything for Brandermind is make other people as much money as possible. And if we can do that, then we should turn out all right with Brandermind. So we are working on getting all that together. Added a couple new guys to the team. He's going to be making some content on the Brandermind channel and shorts and stuff on Facebook and maybe TikTok and wherever else we're doing content. We're going to be doing a lot more content over there as well. We are going to follow more of the business journey over on that side. I would figure here, I would just kind of keep this count going. I don't know if I can get a video in every single day. I'm going to attempt to. But we'll see. We'll see how regular that's going to be. But I do want to keep, everybody up on those goals. So I don't know. I kind of went off track here a little bit, but I appreciate everybody that's been following along with the count. Again, like I said, I just wanted something. Hey, every day do one thing, real simple. Every day, make it consistent. 2 times out of the 99. I was late. I think one of them was like at 12:15 and the other one was like at 2:30 in the morning or something. But other than that, every other day, I hit that target. Obviously progressed from just the numbers to different colors. And the more and more people were asking me questions, the more and more I wanted to make it a little more interesting. So then it turned into, AI imagery, incorporating the number. But yesterday I decided we're going to change it up. We're going to start this video content. Not going to do a lot of editing on anything, just going to record so that I can get it out and keep everybody up to date with what we're doing. I mean, I've so many people, it doesn't matter where I go when I see people. I was in a poker tournament in Toledo, got asked about it. I was, I had a fantasy draft, people asking about it, so many DMs, texts, and comments and whatnot on Facebook. So basically I had a midlife crisis and burnt everything to the ground to build it back up. I'll talk a little bit about the goals. You guys already know some of the small ones that I've put out there. At one point, I weighed 299 pounds. When I hit that, I said, holy shit, I do not want to hit that 300 number. Currently down to weighed in today at 238. I've been stuck in between like 231 and 238. I should probably make better eye contact with camera too. Or I've lost a little over 60 pounds, but been bouncing back and forth. So getting down to 210 is still a big goal for me. That's where I graduated high school. So 21 years ago, be the lightest I've been since I graduated high school. So that's the, like, one of the real big health goals is just take care of my body better, better sleep. I just went tonight, got a massage, feeling good. Just trying to take care of me, something I don't do very well. But that is a big personal goal. But for the business, and this is, nobody knows this one, and it's the first big goal that we've got for Brandermind, and that is to get to $1 million in annual revenue. That's the first goal. When we hit that, maybe I'll tell the next goal, and so on. So it's something that I really believe we can do. We are putting the service packages together. We are building the entire process out so that we know when we get clients, we know exactly what to do, get them results, make them a bunch of money. And if we can make them a bunch of money, it'll all work out. So, midlife crisis, about to turn 40, and, want to take the 20 years of experience that I've got in the industry, to actually run the business right. For the first, 15 years, I was just doing like freelance stuff on the side because I was playing poker. It was never that serious, but, I love what I do. I love helping people. I love people realizing that they can, like, we're so, what's the word I'm looking for? We are conditioned to work for other people. And, fortunately, I haven't had a real boss since, a clock-in job in 14 years, I think, when I worked at Shindigs back in my early 20s, maybe mid 20s. But yeah, so that's like, I'm really passionate about it. I really want to help people. It is, one of my best skills, marketing and design. So I want to use that to do it. So there's going to be a lot more stuff coming up. I'm going to get better at this. I hate solo content. It's the worst. I hate being on camera anyway. But yeah, the goal is $1 million in annual revenue. That's the first one that we're aiming towards. It's going to take some time, but I believe we're going to get there. And, the team's on board. There's a lot of support. And I just want to say again, I appreciate everybody. Let's go make $1 million.